And I'm going to be up here for 30 minutes. So, for this next proclamation, I'd like to invite up retired Master Gunnery Sergeant, my friend, Artie Allen. Please join us up here. And before Artie introduces today's award recipients, I'd like to introduce Artie. Artie served in the United States Marine Corps from 1986 to 2016, a tenure spanning 3 decades. Over the course of his military career, he deployed in support, and I want to make sure I get all these right because you've been everywhere, Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Operation Demayan. I don't know how to say that word. Demayan, okay. So it is my honor to not only have Artie as the 3rd District's appointee for the Veterans Advisory Committee, but he is also the chair of that organization, or that advisory council. And I have to share with you, we sat down for coffee out in French Valley one day, so I could have an opportunity to get to know Artie better. And his resume is incredible. And I was just so honored to spend a little time with him having coffee, and we become friends as a result of our interactions in serving veterans. And I'm very proud that he has served our country, and I've got to know some Marines in my tenure as a Navy officer. Never met anyone quite like Artie in the Marines, and so I want to thank you for your service. And today, Artie will be presenting Friend of the Veteran Awards to 2 worthy recipients who've gone above and beyond call of duty in promoting veterans' causes in Riverside County. Artie, please take the mic.
Thank you, Supervisor. Good morning, everyone. Again, my name is Artie Allen. I'm the chairman of the Riverside County Veterans Advisory Committee. We are charged with advising the Board of Supervisors and our communities, our veteran service organizations, unifying them, being the eyes and ears for the county where our veteran needs and advocacy and support and programs, where resources and different things needs to go. So we're proud to also administer the David Goldware Friend of the Veteran Award annually. It's not gone for some time, and vowed as a newly elected chairman to bring that back as it should be, and honor those commemorations that should be honored every year. So with that said, I would like to invite up the Veterans Advisory Committee members that are present, our 2 recipients, Veteran Services Department as well. If everybody can come on up, please. Okay, well, indeed. And again, the award is the David Goldware Friend of the Veteran Award. David Goldware is a World War II veteran, Navy veteran, and he served in World War II, was decorated with a Presidential Unit Citation for saving the life of a crew member when their ship was torpedoed. So awesome service, valor. Post-service, Mr. Goldware comes to Riverside, and he's definitely involved in, very instrumental in getting the Riverside National Cemetery selection for that cemetery to be selected right here in Riverside. So he's very instrumental in that. The early 90s, for one point, early 90s, we had some of the devastating rains that took out most of the trees and landscape and destroyed a lot of those. Mr. Goldware, he garnered up about 5,000 volunteers and got tons of trees planted, all kind of landscaping and different things supported for the Riverside National Cemetery. Mr. Goldware also had a vision of being, quote unquote, the West Coast version of the Arlington National Cemetery. So that was his vision. Well, it turns out today, now Riverside National Cemetery is the largest cemetery in the VA cemetery administration system. We've a few years ago approved for another 600 plus acres which makes us the largest cemetery. So we have quite a few years out to continue to support and go beyond the current approximate 230,000 veterans that are interned there. And we also celebrate the fact that we have some very unique memorials there, such as the Medal of Honor, the Native American, and so on and so forth. So with that said, that was just a little bit about Mr. Goldware himself, and we are especially honored to have his two sons here, Mike and Nick. Thank you for coming, gentlemen, and we are so proud to make sure that we continue your father's namesake award and doing and having recipients and recognizing Riverside County residents and businesses that continue to go above and beyond veteran causes within Riverside County. So with that said, I'm pleased to announce that for our individual award, we have Sergeant Major LaRock W. Benford, Sergeant Major, U.S. Marine Corps, also 30 years, retired. And Sergeant Major Benford has been an absolute pillar in the community of veteran service organizations. He is a member, both not just a member, but board level. He's been commandant, president, all those other different titles, and serving in just about every capacity you can think of throughout veteran service organizations, and especially in the southwest region of Riverside County with the Marine Corps League, the Veteran of Foreign Wars, the Navy League. He is all over the place all the time. Definitely a pillar in our veteran community for advocacy, services, support, and you name it. And so he was nominated, and we're proud as a Veterans Advisory Committee, and on behalf of the Riverside County Board of Supervisors, partnership with the Department of Veteran Services and our committee, you are indeed, sir, deserving of our, yes. You are the recipient of this year's 2023 David Goldware Friend of the Veteran Individual Award. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Okay, next we also have a business award. The business award, likewise with the individual, is someone that's nominated that goes above and beyond within Riverside County that supports veteran causes and supporting our veteran community. And I would like to introduce you to Mr. Bergstrom. Dean Bergstrom. I was trying to almost forget the first name. Dean Bergstrom. He's the owner of Ancho's Grill and Bar in the La Sierra neighborhood of Riverside. He's been there about 34 years, but 34 years now, opened up. And Mr. Bergstrom is just extremely awesome when it comes to supporting veteran causes. For some years now, he has had a program where annually, on Veterans Day, he takes 20% of his proceeds that day, and he donates that to and sponsors the Riverside National Cemetery Support Committee with all their efforts in maintaining our Riverside National Cemetery. So great job on that. He also sponsors some of the Memorial Honor Detail programs. In addition to that, Riverside National Cemetery has and actually the only and unique concert to commemorate veterans once a year. Mr. Bergstrom's business supports that and sponsors, is one of the contributing sponsors for that as well. So with that said, we want to bring up Mr. Bergstrom, owner of Ancho's Grill and Bar. Thank you so much, and on behalf of the Riverside Board of Supervisors, Department of Veteran Services, and certainly our committee, thank you again for all that you do with your business.
Thank you, Artie, and congratulations to both of you. We appreciate your service to the veterans community. We're going to take a picture, a group shot. We'll have our award winners down on the bottom floor. If you're really tall, get on your knees. No. and the rest of you, well, how do you want to? There's a lot of us here. Okay. All right. And Supervisor Spiegel would like to speak.
While you're doing that, I want Don Farmer to stand here with me. While you can organize them, we'll jump in a second. I'm going to take this time because I usually make the announcements at the end of the meeting. And with this being the veterans, Don is in charge or part of the committee for a very significant commemoration on this Thursday. I don't know how many of you know that Thursday, December 7th, is Pearl Harbor Day. I think the city of Norco is the only city that continues. This is the 17th annual. So can you tell a little bit about it real quick?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, we got a at the Veterans Memorial. The just a second. We've got a over in Norco. There is the Norconian. Yeah, Lake Norconian resort. That's been there for since the 20s, I think. Anyway, that was a hospital during World War II, and the Navy took it over, and everybody that got hurt over in Pearl Harbor was sent over here to Norco and sent to there for rehab and everything. So they were there for a long time. And so on Thursday, to commemorate that and Pearl Harbor and remember Pearl Harbor, up the George Ingalls Memorial event, Veterans Memorial, I guess you say, up at the hill in Norco, we have an event up there, and it's to commemorate that and remember everything that happened in World War II and the commitment and the contribution that Corona back then and Norco does now still to remember that and celebrate what everybody gave.
10 a.m. Norco.